All right, right at the top of this video here about this UltraLink product, UltraLink Antenna. If you're looking for reviews, complaints, whatever, I've got them right here. So this is something that is not what it claims it's going to be. It's very carefully crafted to not say things that are wrong, but still to give the impression that, you know, it's like a misleading sort of a thing. Like, comment, subscribe, by the way. The like button can really help my video get out there. So I saw an ad that looked like this. Only $39 to get all TV channels, ? And that sounds like a good deal, right? That's not what this is. What this is something called UltraLink Antenna. This ad will take you to trendsandfinds.com and will claim that, like, you know, you can finally get rid of your cable subscription. Here's a way to get all the channels you want. And it's giving the effect that you're going to be able to get cable channels because of some sort of a loophole. And I'll show you what I mean by that. That ad leads here to trendsandfinds.com on consumer tips is what they claim the fake publication name is. This is just like an ad, a continuation of the ad. You don't have to pay another dime for cable subscriptions thanks to this secret new invention. And it is not a secret, nor is it new, nor is it really an invention. This is a very generic product sold very cheaply on websites like AliExpress or Temu under like a very generic name like TV antenna, smart TV antenna, streaming antenna. What someone has done is they have created a special name for this product. They bought a bunch of these products in bulk. They created the name UltraLink, and they're hoping you believe all the little claims that they sprinkle in through here, which are just not true. So this revolutionary device is said to change how you watch TV forever. It's going to be amazing. You can cut your cable bill down from $180 to $0. UltraLink, and wow, the guy's pointing at it. It's this little thing you just have to put into your TV. $39 they claimed, right? And it says right here, it's called UltraLink. It was invented by a NASA engineer using military technology to harness low-frequency broadcast waves. Not true. Big lie. That has nothing to do with any of this. That's just completely made up. It claims here, you know, the thing about cable, you can cancel cable and you're going to get 100 TV channels, they claim right here. Sounds pretty good. And remember, the ad said you're going to be able to get all channels. It did have a question mark, but they're hinting to you can cancel your cable subscription and still spend $39 and get the channels that you had there with this new thing. And that's not what's going to happen. That's not true at all. I'll tell you what this is. This is something where you buy this, you hook it up to your TV, and it provides to you channels like Comment, like free channels, like the Today Show channel, where it's just the Today Show all day, or GMA, Good Morning America all day. Not ABC News, but ABC News Live. You're not going to get real CNN. You might get some sort of a CNN free channel where they replay like documentaries with a bunch of ads and maybe a little bit of live programming, but nothing that you really want. You're not going to get standard cable channels like Comedy Central, TBS, TNT, any of that sort of stuff. You're only going to get like over-the-air stuff like Fox, NBC, CBS, ABC, Telemundo, whatever, and you know, maybe PBS. And other than that, you're going to get streaming stuff that is not a replacement for your cable channels. You won't get ESPN, ESPN2. You won't get Fox Sports 1. You won't get any of the stuff that you maybe sign up for cable to get. You're not going to get any streaming services either for free, which is something some of these sorts of scams sometimes claim. I didn't see this one claiming that you're going to get Netflix or HBO Max or Peacock or whatever for free, or Hulu for free, but sometimes they do that. And there are a few things with this scam. They're just super scammy, like talking about how it was made by the NASA, developed whatever, you know, and all it's just not true. And on the final page where you go order, or near that, it has something that says they got a bunch of Trustpilot reviews, 8,000 of them for like a really high score. But you go to Trustpilot, you search for the website trendsandfinds.com or UltraLink or anything like that, you can't find them because they don't exist. They're not telling you the truth about that. They are lying about that. You know, when I was looking around about this whole thing, I noticed that it mentioned at the bottom of one of the final pages, MDVP Marketing LLC, 73 Green Tree Drive, Suite 30, Dover, Delaware, 19904. The phone number 800-381-6346 or support@trendsandfinds.com. And so this is not something that I would recommend to you. This is something very cheap that people have bought up in bulk, like I said, and it's not going to actually say UltraLink on the product. It's just going to be this generic black device. And they're hoping that you believe all their claims, even though they don't specifically say you're going to get cable channels. They make that kind of like what you will take away from reading their documentation, their articles. And I think they probably know that, right? Obviously, they're making up the lies about the NASA engineer, military technology, the Trustpilot reviews. All this is very carefully designed. They're not going to tell you exactly who they are, where they're located for sure, other than maybe like a fulfillment center or some sort of a suite somewhere where maybe they registered their LLC through a business that lets you stay anonymous or something like that. And, basically the point of all this is for me to just tell you, don't order this. This is not something that's going to have the channels that you want. You have to get a cable subscription of some kind or a streaming sort of a thing, with like Fubo, YouTube TV, whatever, to get the channels that you want. This thing is not going to give you what you want. It might give you free networks, like I'm talking about the big networks, the big five or whatever, like Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, whatever. But it's not going to give you the stuff that you probably want, especially if you're a sports fan. I mean, good luck. You're not going to get much at all. So like, comment, subscribe. There's a thanks button down below to the heart-shaped symbol with a $sign. If you want to tap that, that's your safe and secure way to get back to me. I hope that I saved you, because this thing is not, it's just like, it's like spending your money on garbage. You may as well go get an antenna from Target in your town or like Walmart, some store in your town, and see if you can get cable channels, not cable channels, but network channels that way, like ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. This thing claims also to have a 290-mile range. I highly doubt that. That's an amazing range for an antenna. That's all that I got. Thank you so much for watching.